Christina and you're watching CHTV. This is the place to be seen and heard. Today, Madison is on location talking to Chad Morgan. Chadwick William Morgan, known as Chad, is an Australian country music singer and guitarist known for his vaudeville style of comic country and western songs and his prominent teeth and goofy stage persona. He is a much-loved Australian icon and is lovingly known as the Sheik of Scrubby Creek. Morgan's songs are peppered with much-loved Australian slang, and one of his CD compilation is called Sheilas, Drongos, Dills and Geezers. Morgan has toured extensively, including with the Slim Dusty Show, an all-star western show, and his own Chad Morgan Show. He has been prolific in his recording output and live performances. He was inducted into the Australasian Country Music Roll of Renown in January 1987 and was awarded an OAM in 2004. Morgan has appeared in 3 films, Newsfront in 1978, Dimboola in 1979 and the biographical documentary I'm Not Dead Yet in 2011. Morgan contributed one verse to the Gordon Parsons' famous song, Pub with No Beer. He was dubbed the Clown Prince of Comedy by Slim Dusty. He has had platinum and gold album sales and is one of Australia's most popular country music artists. Barry Humphries of Dame Edna fame used Morgan as the inspiration for Les Patterson's teeth, and Tex Morton once described Morgan as the only original country music artist in Australia. Morgan was involved in Lifetime Achievement Award in 2010 CMAA Country Music Awards of Australia, the first person to be honoured with this award. In 2017, Chad was given a great honour with a bronze bust of himself unveiled in Tamworth's Bicentennial Park, the heart of Australian country music. At 83, Chad Morgan still tours with his original style and brand of music and has managed to cross over generations of Australians who love the comedic lyrics and original style of country music. So let's cross over to Madison, who is with Chad backstage in a rare interview with this Australian icon. Welcome, Madison.
Hi, Christina. Yes, it is a fantastic day today because we're meeting with the legend, the one and only Chad Morgan, the Sheik from Scrubby Creek. Hi, Chad. It's great to see you. You look fantastic, young and vibrant as always.
And you too, Madison, you too. That's the only reason I'm here.
You're a cheeky soul, just like you used to be. You're still the Sheik from Scrubby Creek. So, Chad, you were saying to me how much you've always loved entertaining, but I'd love to know, what do you think about some of these young ones coming up now and how loud their music is?
Well, some of them, I'm afraid I can't listen to them. And I think what the pity is, there is some great little singers coming up, but nobody can hear them for the horrible noise behind them.
No, that's right. And that's one of the great qualities about you, Chad, is you have your guitar and it's you and the crowd and your guitar, and you love that crowd interaction, don't you? You love when people react.
I love it. Somebody says something, I'll say something back, or if they want to be quiet, I'll laugh. Whatever they do, it's okay with me. I just love it.
And do you know what, Chad? I'm pretty sure you'd know this, but your smile is legendary, and you do know that the minute you smile, everybody's smiling with you.
Yeah, I don't know about with me, but anyway.
Well, they are. They're smiling with you, maybe at you sometimes, but it's more so because of your lyrics of your songs. Now, some of those lyrics, they're legendary as well. How did you come up with some of those lyrics? Like, my favourite, obviously, is The Sheik from Scrubby Creek. How did you come up with that?
Well, I started off, I was about 16, I started off writing this song about this girl I was madly in love with, and halfway through the song I thought, I no need to write a song about a girl. I'm the Sheik of Scrubby Creek, that was the name of the place where we lived. I can get any sort I want, so I started singing that, and just carried on from there.
Well, do you know what? It's definitely one of my favourites. Can you tell me, where is Scrubby Creek? I actually don't know.
Well, it's if you have a look on your phone or your Google, you'll see, just put in Duck and Wooler, it'll come up there, and that's Scrubby Creek.
Wow, well, in future we're going to have a look at that because I haven't done that myself. But I got to say, Chad, it is a real honour to interview you, and I'm really overwhelmed with joy to have you actually here with us right now. Christina, do you have another question for us?
Madison, I'd love to know why Chad has been endearing for so long.
Well, I'll just find out for you, Christina. Christina's question, Chad, is how is it you've been so endearing for so long? Like, how has this legend lasted so long, do you think?
Well, I've got no idea. I think it's because I have never changed from the day I started. People seem to like me then, and they've brought their children to see me, and their children have grown up listening to me and brought their children up, and I've got a sort of centuries of following, and I think it's a sort of a culture thing, and which I'm very, very proud of.
And so you should be, because it's because of you, Chad, that I have loved and enjoyed my father singing the sheep from Scrubby Creek to me. I actually thought he was the one that came up with the words at one stage when he first started. So I think it's really good. It is endearing, that the fact that it comes through the generations, your words.
For me, one of my greatest thrills is I can be doing a show and it'll be 5 or 6 little kids down the front row, 4 and 5 years old, singing along every song with me, and it's terrific.
I know, that's got to make you smile, because you actually sing with 5-year-olds right up to like 95-year-olds.
I try to. Sometimes I feel 195, but I still carry on.
And that's the other thing, Chad. Honestly, you're just going to keep going, aren't you?
Until I drop.
I think that's what we all think. We'll just keep going till we drop.
A lot of waiting too, I think.
And can I ask you one more question, Chad? Where do you get your fabulous wardrobe from? Is this something that you just whipped up yourself?
Now, I go around shops and see something glary that I like, and then I buy it. And I think to myself, well, if people don't like it, too bad, I do.
Yep, exactly. And that hat, I mean, I wished I had that hat, because that's just a ripper.
Yeah, I've had that one for a long time.
Yeah, it looks like an old fishing hat of mine, actually.
It's an old army giggle hat back in 1943-44.
Oh.
It's the second one I've had. The first one got stolen, and this one got stolen too, in Tasmania. But somebody told me who had it, and I was drinking in those days, so I had a few in me, and they gave me this bloke's address. So I took my double-barrel shotgun, and I went up and I knocked on the door I said, I come for me hat, and he's... So anyway, he said, can I swap you something for it? I said, yeah, the shirt you got on, he had a brand new shirt on. And then he said, but that gun wasn't loaded, was it? And I said, no, boom, boom, up in here.
That's a great story, Chad. I love that. Well, the thing is that I can understand why people want to steal it. And so you never found out who took the first one?
No, I never found. Years later, somebody said that they knew who did it, but it was queer how it went. I'd finished singing a song in a hotel, and I put the guitar and the hat behind the bar, and I asked the barman to watch it while I signed autographs. And I come back and I said, I'll grab my guitar and my hat, and he said, did your mate come and got it for you? I said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, he said, a bloke come up and said that Chad wanted his hat and his guitar, and he said, so I give it to him. And so he just walked out with it.
So you lost the guitar as well?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I was very lucky with the guitar part of it. Rose Music in Victoria, they were the Yamaha dealers there, and they heard about it. And I asked them, would they lend me one? And they said, no, we can't lend you one, but we can present you with one. Oh. And they said, what sort would you want? I said, the best you've got. So
why not?
They pulled out this 2,500 guitar and presented it to me. My son still got it. I gave it to my son. I used it on a lot of records. Beautiful guitar. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm glad you still got that.
Yeah.
What a lovely thing. Well, I think that's about it, Chad. I really, really appreciate talking to you. Do you have anything that so many people have interviewed you in your life? Do you have anything that you would like to ask people? Like, what would you like to tell Australia?
Why are they so stupid to come and look at someone like me?
That's great, Chad. Thank you so much. You are absolutely a legend. Just wave off to CHTV from Chad Morgan and Madison. The sheep from Scrubby Creek.
Thanks, Madison. That's a very interesting story. We'll love it. You have been watching Creative Hub TV. I'm Christina, and I'll see you next time.